Happy Saturday. I finished it. Yes. Oh gosh, it's so hard to display it with its long tail that goes on and on and on and on and on. With its dragon teeth, and it's got dragon scales. So it is hard to display it. So I did manage it in the end. I'll take it off and show what's underneath. This is my own version of it. It does actually come up over if you want it, and it fastens under the arms. So I'll be glad to get out of this. It's got clips, like sort of seatbelt clips, if you want to call them, that I can't get out of because you know my fingers don't work, as we've discussed before. So I hope my daughter-in-law likes it. There we go. How to get out of it without even trying. Tell you what, it's warm. Why is it everything I possess is too big? I thought I'll put my bright pink cardigan on. And it would fit me where it touched. But hey, who am I to complain? I shall wear it anyway. I'll tie it in a big knot. I do know what the pattern is if you're interested, but it's a discontinued one, although I think one of my subscribers did manage to find one on Etsy. I think she found it. It's got cuffs. It seems super chunky, which is something I don't like using. Although loads and loads of these like TikTok-y videos and that use this super chunky. And there's one, I think, a lady called Pink Sheep. She makes everything in super chunky, but of course she's very young and she's very slim and it suits her. But when you're a bit older and you're a bit plumper, it adds a little bit of girth, which I don't really want at my time of life, but still, never mind. Anyway, the weather here is not too bad. My son sent me a message. They'd gone away for the evening in the camper van and said it was very, very windy. Anyway, I messaged him this morning saying he's still on 4 wheels. Anyway, apparently they are. And it's died down a bit, so they're going to stay another couple of days, I think, yeah. Well, another day at least. Cheers. I've got hot Vimto. If you don't know what Vimto is, it's sort of like a dark blackcurranty type fruity drink that's very, very popular, especially in the north of England. And I'm drinking it out of my Frida Kahlo China cup, which I can't remember if I bought it or somebody bought it for me. Oh, I don't know. I've just been doing some washing, but of course, you know, can't hang it out. So it's, oh, I've got a hair now off that wool. It's drying on the clothes area. It'll dry eventually. Eventually it will dry. Nothing urgent. It's not as if I haven't got any more clothes to wear, is it? Yeah. Anyway, you do know the patterns I've used. As I said before, it's from no, it's not from eBay at all, Janet. Watch your mouth. It's Etsy. It's called the LauWiss Dragon Hood. And I think you'll have to pay about £8 for it. I did buy the Matrix hood, but I didn't use it. I just took the idea. Because it's in super chunky. It's nice if you want a super chunky hooded hat. You can buy that one on Etsy as well, if you want it, but you would have to have super chunky yarn, and I didn't. I only had ordinary chunky. And my little tiny brain thought, I don't feel like doing a lot of calculations, if you know what I mean. So I just looked at the shape and did it my way, you know what I'm like, did it my way. Well, I hope the weather's better for you than it is. It's cold. I'm not going out, it's cold. I'm going to put my lovely gloves back on today because my fingers are freezing. I need to wash the dishes, but that'll get done eventually. Well, the post lady's been, nothing for me. And another lady's been, nothing for me. Yesterday there was something for me. I bought, you might laugh at this, but I've been using it for ages. I can't say, oh look at me, I look so gorgeous because I'm using it, but believe me, utterly smooth. Big pot like that, £13. Amazon, if you're interested. I was watching a programme ages ago. You could tell how long I've had it. I've only just bought this other pot. I bought the other pot when I lived in Prestwich. That's how long my £13 has lasted me. Anyway, I was watching a TV programme with Judy Walters. And she was on the train going, it's a very old programme by the way, but it's still available I think. Going on the train all around Scotland and everywhere like that on these train journeys. And I was watching her and I thought, very interesting. And she met this lady up in the Highlands somewhere who had this herd of cows, or coos as they call them. And Judy Walters was just like chatting away to her and she said, you know, can I comment, you've got beautiful skin. She said, perhaps I should move up to the Highlands, you know. And she said, well, do you want to know my secret? She said, it's udder cream. It's the cream we use on the cows, udder cream. She said, I do it on my face and my, she said, décolletage, in other words. And she said, I've been using it for years. So I thought, I'd already been told years ago about some udder cream with peppermint in it that they use on cows with mastitis. And many years ago I'd gone to a yarn festival and I was hobbling with my knees as usual, and this guy said to me, you want to get some udder cream with peppermint oil? And I thought, he said, believe me, he said it works. Anyway, I used it, forgotten about it, and today I thought, going to order some more. It sort of gives your knees a glow when you put them on. So I've ordered a new tube, so when it comes I'll show it to you. But this is just the ordinary udder cream, but it's not what they put on the cows actually, this one. It is for rough dry skin, the original formula, daily moisturising body cream. But the one that I got with the peppermint oil is the one that they do actually use on the cows. And they put it on their udders, as you might have gathered by the name. And apparently it helps with mastitis. And also it's not poisonous, like sort of, you know, so when they're milking them, you know, you're not passing any horrible things on to anybody human. So when it comes, my tube, it's not coming I don't think till Monday. But I don't usually make a video on a Sunday anyway. I'm usually knackered after me, excuse me, tired after my, you know, sort of live video tonight. Yeah, I'm usually tired on a Sunday, so I usually don't make a video anyway. And Monday it's knit club, so by the time I've battered my way up the seafront to go to the library, to the knit club, I don't always feel in the mood, and it's usually dark when I come back anyway. I've opened the curtains, well, the blinds in here, to get a bit of daylight in. Because when I put the light on in here, I haven't got an overhead light. Because we disconnected it because it was like joined with next door, if you know what I mean. The lighting tends to go a bit yellow, makes me look very yellow. So I opened the curtains as well, the blinds a little bit. The blinds are not my favourite, they're those white blinds that I call doctor's waiting room blinds, to be quite truthful. But it would be very difficult to put curtains because I've got windows all down that side and all across that side, because it was half of the conservatory. Well, about a third of the conservatory, maybe, just a bit more than a third. It's not quite half, but it suits me. It's my bedroom annex, it suits me, and I'm warming my hands on my cup. I did start myself a cardigan last night with the 4 balls I had left over of the James Seabrett Tuscany Chunky that I'd made the hood in. But it was looking tight and also looking big. And I thought, Janet, when are you going to learn that you're not as huge as you used to be? You know, size down a bit. There is nothing flattering. If you're slim, you can get away with wearing an oversized cardigan. But when you're chunky like me, wearing an oversized cardigan makes you look even more chunky. It's not slimming. No. Don't let them fool you. It's not slimming. Chunky cardigan, when you're chunky, makes you look chunkier. Yeah. So I looked at what I'd done and I thought, I'm not going to have enough yarn for a kick-off. And I've had the yarn so long, it's probably discontinued. More than likely discontinued. So I wasted all last night crocheting something I've just unravelled this morning. But I would rather do that than push on, making something too big and there's not enough wool to finish it, you know. So I'm still trying to, I've sort of gone off that cardigan I'm making in gradient stripes. I will go back to it. But I know I've not got enough of the brighter colours of the sock yarn to put brighter coloured stripes in the sleeves. And I don't feel like going across to the shed to see if I've got, see if I've got any brighter colours in there. So I think that's kind of what's put a bit of a stop. Why do I go to the wrong side when I want to pull my over large cardigan back on my shoulders again? But anyway, I don't feel like going into the shed. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. I was talking about it to my friend. She went to bid on an auction on a knitting machine, which she used to do a knitting machine many years ago. But sadly the auction went too much for her, so she didn't get the machine. It was just a pipe dream anyway for her. I said to her, keep looking, you know, keep looking, you might find one. Oh, that is good. I'm still looking for something to make with my addies. I didn't have the Centro. I bought my addy long before Centro was ever dreamt of. But not being skinny, I couldn't exactly make myself a sweater. I have got some books actually, but it would mean seaming panels together. And I'm not a very good seamer. You know, to make something look lovely if it had a seam straight down the centre of the sweater. It might not be so bad if a panel was wide enough, which I don't think it would be with 48 stitches. Why am I not slender? Why am I not slim and I can make a sweater with a addy machine? I don't think one panel, even on the bigger addy, would be big enough for a cardigan. And I don't fancy doing patchworks. That's another thing I've got in progress. I've got somewhere all these squares I was making in cotton to make a cardigan, but to be quite honest, the colours weren't that inspiring. I bought a pack, if you remember, 10-50 grams of cotton for a stupidly cheap price. But the colours, they don't gel, if you know what I mean, and they're not nice colours. So it's not exactly inspiring me to finish this cardigan. I'm not inspired at all today, not inspired at all. So, but I will restart that cardigan. I did look on YouTube last night. I was looking at some lovely videos that sent me down a rabbit hole about, you know, it was fabric designs and like clothes. Oh, some of the things that were made. They were art pieces of crochet. I mean, they weren't something that you and I would make. Sorry, but we wouldn't. They were pieces of art. They were fabulous, fantastic crochet pieces. Not something you would wear to go to the shops in. They were pieces of art. They were actually in like a museum thing, you know. They made them as exhibition pieces. Yeah. Oh, but I was sort of sat there, you know, like, jaw down here thinking how absolutely talented some people are. You know, it puts my crochet into a minuscule little bit of the world, you know. When I look at some of the knitwear, there was a lady there, she was doing on this machine, and she'd done these absolutely fabulous coats with all these words written on them, which she'd picked out by hand, like when she was knitting on the knitting machine. And I'm like, knitting. Oh my goodness me. I'll be lucky if I make something plain on my knitting machine. Yeah. But I'll be happy with that. I'll be happy with that if I get it going. Yeah, which I need to. You know, come on. Right, we were talking about this yesterday, weren't we? Procrastination. Getting yourself going. Getting your brain working. And it's what about, I don't know what time it is. It's probably about 3 o'clock and I haven't got my act together at all today. I've unravelled something I crocheted yesterday. I've done 2 lots of washing and put it on the airer. Had a shower, put some makeup on, decided what I was going to wear. And that's all I've done today. I haven't even washed the dishes. Oh dear me. What happened to the day? What happened to my day? Oh, anyway, I'm not going to make such a long video today. I'm going to go before the bibbidi bib starts on me. I just thought I would come and show you the cowl before my daughter-in-law takes it tomorrow. Hopefully she'll like it. I'm going to send the photograph to her and hopefully she will. It's a bit difficult to show it on a photograph though. Because you can't sort of hold, you know. You could do with taking it and hold the tail out like that. Which I can't really do, but still. I can but try. Maybe I'll take a photograph of her wearing it. Yeah, if she'll pose. You can't even use like a mannequin head because again it's too big and I've got the cowly bit as well. I could show the cowly bit on my mannequin, but my mannequin has no head. If I still had Paris, my 6-foot gorgeous mannequin that I used to have, that would be ideal, wouldn't it? But where would I have put her in here? Where would she have gone? She'd have took up half the bungalow, you know. Things you've had in the past and let go of. I don't know what things you've had in your past that you've got rid of and then wished you had never had. I wish I'd never got rid of both of my knitting machines. You know, I had the all singing, all dancing one, I think I told you. The one that practically made you a cup of tea. I got rid of my mannequin, my 6-foot mannequin. I got rid of 2 more torsos like the one I've got. So I got rid of lovely heads and things. When I think of all the display. And I also got rid of one of those, what do they call them? They always have them in these folie bergère sort of movies and westerns where the lady gets changed behind this screen thing, fancy screen, and throws her clothes over, you know. I got rid of one of those because I didn't have room to bring it. All things you're kicking yourself because you've got rid of, yeah. And I'm like, why? But I would have needed a mansion and not a bungalow. And I was supposed to be downsizing. But I do regret a lot of things I got rid of. So tell me in the comments. I hope you comment, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, tell all your friends. I'm determined, you know, I'm going to grow my channel a titchy little bit. If I can, I can. Anyway, tell me in the comments things that you held on to or had for years, got rid of and then wish you never had. You know, like your granny's best tea set that you kept for years and then somebody persuaded you that you don't have the room and you don't use it, so get rid of it, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I wish I had it back again. Yeah. My niece is in the process of moving house and she's got 2 gorgeous tea sets, one that belonged to Grandma, my mum I think, and one that belonged to her mum or her grandma on the other side. And she's never used them, but she said I'm determined of not getting rid of them. But she is moving from a house to a house, so you know she will have room. This house does not have an attic. Like I had a loft or an attic or whatever you want to call it at the other house, which hid a multitude of sins. When you were fed up with something, you put it in the loft. There isn't a loft here, because upstairs is where my son and daughter-in-law live. So there isn't a loft. There isn't a cellar. There's a shed. But as you know, my shed is rather full. When the weather's nicer, I'll take you in there and you can see the jumble sale that it has developed into, because I keep going out in the cold. I'm thinking, I'll put it away, I'll tidy it away, and thinking, no, it's too cold. Put it down there. I'll tidy it tomorrow. I'll tidy it another day. So the shed is full of bags I have popped in there. As I said before, there is no yarn on the floor. That's one thing I'm adamant about. Nothing is on the floor and nothing is not in a bag. Yeah? Because I don't want any creepy crawlies or any mice or anything like that getting into my stash. So that is one thing I'm very, very careful about. Everything's in those plastic tubs with lids on. That's where all the garments are, safely in plastic tubs with lids. Or the wool is all in plastic bags, cellophane bags, whatever you want to call them. Yeah. All safely away. As Crochet Rock says, no spiders. I've seen one spider in the shed. That was last year. I reached a garment and there was a spider crawling up it. I'm not freaky over spiders, but they do startle me. Yeah. Once I know they're there, once I see them, I'm okay, but it's like that, whoo, when it runs across, you know, startles you. That's what I don't like about spiders, the unexpected appearance. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to finish drinking my drink. Oh, it's nice, that. If you haven't tried Vimto, try it. Nectar of the gods. You can keep your alcohol, you can keep whatever. I just love my Vimto. I have the one with no sugar in, just in case you're wondering, you know, because my blood sugars have gone a bit, because I've been eating too many naughty things over Christmas. So it's time to pull my horns in and stop eating silly things and behave. Which is not really a word that's in my vocabulary, really, behave. I used to behave in a lot of different ways when I was younger, but these days, my behave is eating things I shouldn't, not doing anything riotous, not going anywhere I shouldn't, not doing anything I shouldn't, not getting drunk. No, nothing like that. I'm pretty boring, really. Pretty boring, really, apart from the odd chocolate biscuit, which I shouldn't be having. Anyway, I will bid you farewell. As I said, please like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, tell all your friends. Because Janet would like to just get up to 8k. I've been 7.4 for about the last 18 years. It would be a real triumph for me if I got to 8,000 subscribers. I'd be like, yay, yippee. Might never happen, but still, I can hope, I can dream. And I can also dream I might win the lottery tonight. And also if you're in the UK or anywhere abroad, I suppose, but you'd have to check the time. 9 PM tonight I will be live. I have answered the questions and the comments in my last video, which I've still not done the last 5. Oh, come on, give me a break. Anyway, bye for now. Hope you're having a lovely day. Bye now.